And what would be your biggest pain point or like hurdle that you're trying to overcome, either as a company outside in the marketplace? Is it like more convincing people of the need for something like this? Or also, what would be a challenge or a hurdle inside the organization as you scale your own setup?
Yeah, I'll talk about the inside of the organization first to some extent. Scaling a startup is actually one of the hardest things to do. And it is somewhat easier to be a CEO of a $1 billion company, which is already set up and running
Mm.
and profitable, than it is to scale a company to $10 million in revenue.
Yeah.
Yes, there are different skill sets. If you're at $1 billion company, you have certain expectations. You want to make sure you don't screw it up. You know, it's working, don't screw it up. Just make sure it is working and getting slightly better every year. Here, you're trying to accelerate with a almost a dysfunctioning process because you're building the process. People are going in and out. You probably don't have a brand name, so you can't attract the best people. You're not getting the top university graduates. You're not getting the best of the best in the pool because the best of the best are going to the top, the Facebooks and the Googles and Apple and all of them, where they may not be having a fulfilling career because they're one of 100 people in a team. Where here, you have the opportunity to shape something. So getting the best talent while you're building the process, I think is the hardest part. And sometimes the process that you built a year ago is no longer relevant. You have to rebuild it part or change it. And so there's a lot of change involved in the startup. People are people are constantly shifting their process, their roles. So it can be a little bit stressful for people at work. And I get it as a CEO myself. I initiate a lot of those changes, which are uncomfortable for many of them. You do more often of that than you would do in a larger organization. So that is the hard part. The external factors are really, we are almost like a low funded startup. We got a Series A, but it wasn't a lot. So we are competing against high flyers, the VC darlings of Silicon Valley, and also at the same time, the incumbents who are well funded, like the
Mm.
SAPs, Oracles of the world. Not necessarily we are competing against them. Many of them are partners, but we're trying to find the space between this jigsaw puzzle, and that's obviously not easy, which is
Mm.
why a lot of startups don't succeed because they don't find the right solution and in the right amount of time. Because otherwise, once the money runs out or the clock runs out, you're
Yeah.
out. So that's a constant struggle to make sure money doesn't run out.